Dear students, Namaste and welcome back to a new mathematics session. In the previous session, we have discussed mutually exclusive and exhaustive events in probability, and we have solved some questions from exercise 16.2. In today's session, we shall discuss the remaining problems from exercise 16.2. Let's move on to the topic. Let's begin with question number 5. The question is, 3 coins are tossed. Describe 2 events which are mutually exclusive. 2 events which are mutually exclusive. There is a random experiment, that is 3 coins are tossed. We have to write 2 events which are mutually exclusive. Means when you take the intersection, there should not be any common element. Means intersection should be null set. Then we can say they are mutually exclusive. So let's write the sample space first. Since 3 coins are tossed, the sample space is HHH, HHT, HTH, THH, HTT, THT, TTH, TTT. So these are the sample space. It is not mandatory that you have to start it using HHH and you have to end at TTT. So as per your logic you can write, and at the end make sure that there are 8 elements and no element is repeating. Then let's take the events. Let A be the event getting only head. So here mutually exclusive means there should not be common element. So A be the event only head. Getting only head means this is the only element. That is A is equal to HHH. And B be the event getting only tail. Only tail means this is the one. That is B is equal to TTT. So when you compare A and B, there is no common element. So A intersection B is a null set. Therefore A and B are mutually exclusive. This is only the examples. As per your logic, you can take 2 events which are mutually exclusive. Other than this one, if you want to find out any other pair, you can just do it. It's not a problem. So this is only an example. But when you define an event, you make sure that there should not be any common element. Then the second one, 3 events which are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. I would write 3 events here. Mutually exclusive means there should not be any common element among these 3, and exhaustive means when you take the union you should get the sample space. So sample space we have written as before. Let A be the event getting exactly 2 tail comes. The first event we are assuming. A be the event getting exactly 2 tail comes. Exactly 2 tail means here this is 2 tail, this is also having 2 tail, this is also 2 tail. Exactly 2 tail means more than 2 and less than 2 is not allowed. So these are the elements. Next is let B be the event getting at least 2 head. Here exactly and at least, these two are having differences. Exactly means more than 2 is not allowed and less than 2 also not allowed. At least 2 means minimum 2, more than 2 is also allowed. So that is minimum 2 head. Minimum 2 head means HHT, HTH, THH, and more than 2 also not possible. Possible. That is HHH. One more element. Then let C be the event getting only tail. C be the event getting only tail in the sense there is only one element, TTT. And here when you compare A and B, there is no common, because A and B when you compare, there is here A is having 2 tail, exactly 2 tail, and B is having at least 2 head. There is nothing common in these two. And B and C comparing time also there is nothing common, and A and C comparing time also nothing common. So A intersection B, B intersection C, and A intersection C is null set. That means here A and B, A and C, B and C are mutually exclusive. Then we can come to the conclusion that A, B and C are mutually exclusive. First you have to take pairwise, then you have to go for together. Then you have to go for checking the exhaustiveness. That is when you take the union of these A, B and C. A union, B union, C means it is quite clear that you are getting the sample space. So HTT, THT, TTH, then HHT, HTH, THH, HHH and TTT. When you compare with the sample space, it is exactly the sample space. So A, B and C are exhaustive events. Then the third one, 2 events which are not mutually exclusive. 2 events which are not mutually exclusive in the sense A and B when you take, there should be a common element. Not mutually exclusive. Not means mutually exclusive means there should not be common element. Not mutually exclusive means something common should be there. Let A be the event getting at least 2 head. That means we have written here at least, meaning also we know at least means minimum 2. So more than 2 also possibilities are there. That is not a problem. So H 3 heads are there and the remaining 3 are having only 2 heads. And B be the event getting only head. Only head means H. This is the element. And clearly A and B checking time, there is one element common, that is A intersection B is H is common. That is not equal to null set. Therefore A and B are not mutually exclusive. Then the fourth one, two events which are mutually exclusive. Two events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. Two events which are mutually exclusive means there should not be any common element, but not exhaustive means if you take the union you should not get the sample space. Let's take A be the event getting only head. Only head means H. Before also we have written this one. B be the event getting only tail. Only tail means B is equal to T. So clearly there is no common element. Then A intersection B is a null set. And A and B are mutually exclusive. You can write the conclusion. Then A union B, if you take A union B means there will be only 2 elements A union B, but our sample space are having 8 elements. So A union B not equal to S. No need to write and check because A union B here we will get only 2 elements, but in the sample space we are having 8 elements. Because of that A union B not equal to S, we can write the conclusion. Therefore they are not exhaustive events. So these are some of the examples, and you try taking another examples and check whether the conditions are satisfying or not. The fifth one, 3 events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. 3 events which are mutually exclusive but not exhaustive. So this one you will try it as homework. Next we shall discuss the 6th question. 2 dice are thrown. The events A, B and C are as follows. So the random experiment, 2 dice are thrown. Event A, B and C are described. A is getting an even number on the first die. B getting an odd number on the first die. C getting the sum of the number on the dice is less than or equal to 5. These are the 3 events. So let's write the sample space. 2 dice are thrown. In the previous exercise we have learned how to write the sample space. 2 dice are thrown means each die is having 6 elements, means 1 to 6. So 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6 means the first die element is fixed and the second die element is changing. That is what we are doing. 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. Here you check the first die all are having 1. And the second one, the first die all are having 2. And here is first die 3, first die 4, first die 5, first die 6. Total 36 elements. A, B the event getting an even number on the first die. Even number on the first die means this one. 2 is an even number, 4 is an even number, 6 is an even number. So let's write the elements. 2 1, 2 2, 2 3 up to 2 6, 4 1, 4 2 up to 4 6, 6 1, 6 2 up to 6 6. Next B is getting an odd number on the first die. Odd number means 1 is an odd number, 3 is an odd number, 5 is an odd number in case of first dice. So B, let's write 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4 up to 1 6, 3 1 to 3 6, 5 1 to 5 6. Next is C, getting the sum of the number on the dice less than or equal to 5. Less than or equal to 5 means up to 5. Okay, then 6 onwards not allowed. So getting the sum, maximum we will get 12 because 6 is the element. So maximum we will be getting 12, but here we have to consider up to 5 means 2 to 5, minimum 2. Here minimum number is 1 1. 1 plus 1 we will get 2. So let's write the element 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4. Up to here we will get 5. Next 2 1, 2 2, 2 3. Up to here we have to stop. Then 3 1, 3 2, 5 we have got. Up to here we have to stop. Then 4 1. That's all. After this any number, if any pair if you take, you will get more than 5. Then describe the events. Here we have to describe the events, that is number 1 A dash. A dash we have to describe. A dash as we know A, not A. Not A means you have to compare S and A, and common elements we have to eliminate. That means S minus A. From the sample space you have to remove the elements of A. A is first number is even number. Means when you remove the first even numbers means you will get the odd numbers, that is 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4 1 5 1 6 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5 3 6 5 1 2 5 6. A dash, how we are calculating in the sense from the set S we are removing A. We are removing A means this is our A. A means you can see here, no need of checking each individual item. You can see here A. Getting an even number on the first day means first number should be an even number. If you remove first even numbers, you will get first odd numbers only. That's what it is written. Little bit of logic you have to use. That is equal to B. Next is not B. Not B means from the sample space you have to remove this B. Just like the previous one, from the sample space you have to remove B. Quite simple. That is here odd element is the first one. If you remove the odd element here, you will get the first element is an even one. That is 2 1 to 2 6, 4 1 to 4 6, 6 1 to 6 6. That is equal to our A. That is what it is described in the beginning. Next we shall discuss the third sub question, A or B. Before going for writing A or B, let's show the previous slide main points. Sample space A, B and C, because we need to write A or B, we need these sets. You no need to write it as a part of answer this one, because this one we have already written in the previous slide or the first part of the question. This is only for the explanation purpose. So A or B. A or B means A union B. Simply use your logic and write down. No need of checking each element individually. Here first element is an even number. Here first element is an odd number. So these two combination means that is a sample space, because sample space is having first element odd as well as first element even. So A or B is equal to A union B. A union B is the sample space itself equal to S. Use your logic so that you can save your time. Then fourth one, A and B. A and B, as you know, it is intersection. A and B, you can just simply look at A and B and check whether there is anything common or not. Not at all possible, because A is having first element all even number. B is having first element all odd number. In between odd and even there should not be any common element. So directly we can write it's a null set. Then A but not C. Here also use your logic. A but not C means A is not a problem. Elements of A is not a problem, but C should not be there. Means A minus C. From A you have to remove C. A is this one. So you have to compare A with C and remove the common element. Here you can see 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4. Not at all possible to come here, because first element is an even number here. Then 2 1 2 2 2 3. These three elements should be removed. Then again 4 1. This also should be removed. So the answer will be 2 4 2 5 2 6. Here I am leaving the space, just copying this one and cutting over this 2 1 2 2 and 2 3. That space I am keeping here so that it is easy for you to identify. Next is 4 1 is removed. 4 2 onwards will be coming. Next 6 1 6 2 up to 6 6, nothing to remove. So this is A minus C. Then remaining there are three questions, B or C, B and C, A intersection B naught intersection C naught. These three questions you will do it as homework. Next, the seventh question. Refer to question number 6 above. State true or false. Give reason for your answer. A and B are mutually exclusive. So for writing A and B, or for verifying A and B are mutually exclusive or not, we need all those sample space A, B and C. Just I am showing once again here. By using this one, we will write the answer for this question. A and B are mutually exclusive. We have to check whether this statement is true or false. A intersection B, when you check, it is clearly a null set. Because of that, A and B are mutually exclusive and the given statement is true. Next one, A and B are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. A and B are mutually exclusive, that we have already checked, it is true. And exhaustive. Exhaustive means when you take the union of A and B, you should get the sample space. So A union B, clearly it is a sample space, because as we have explained in the previous slide, A is having first element even number, B is having first element odd number. When you combine these two, surely you will be getting a sample space. A union B is equal to S. They are exhaustive events. Hence, they are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Because mutually exclusive, we have checked in the first part. Then the given statement is true. We can conclude. Then third one, A is equal to B naught. A is equal to B naught in the sense A and B naught are equal. A and B naught. A, of course, it is here. Then B naught, let's check. B naught means from the sample space you have to remove B. So from the sample space, if you remove B means 1 1 means first one is odd number will be gone. So 1 1 to 1 6 will go away, 3 1 to 3 6 will be removed, 5 1 to 5 6 will be removed. The balance will be 2 1 to 2 6, 4 1 to 4 6 and 6 1 to 6 6. So B dash is equal to A. It is clearly A because the first element is an even number. So the given statement is true. Next, the fourth part, that is A and C are mutually exclusive. For that, again the same slides I am copying, S, A, B and C, just for explanation purpose. A and C are mutually exclusive. Mutually exclusive means in A and C there should not be any common element. So here you can check A intersection C. When you consider, here you can see first element is even. 2 1 2 2 2 3 4 1. This must be common here. So 2 1 2 2 2 3 4 1 we have got as elements of A intersection C. That is not a null set. So statement is A and C are mutually exclusive. We have to check whether it is true or false. We can come to the conclusion A and C are not mutually exclusive. That's why the given statement is false. Fifth one, A and B dash are mutually exclusive. A and B dash. A and B dash are mutually exclusive means there is nothing common. B dash, A and B dash. First of all, we have to check B dash. In the previous slide, we have written B dash in the sense opposite of this one means first element is odd. B dash in the sense first element should be even. So 2 1 to 2 6, 4 1 to 4 6, 6 1 to 6 6. A and B dash are mutually exclusive. A and B dash, when you compare, both are same means all the elements are common. So A intersection B naught is the set itself we are coming because both are same set. Therefore, means A intersection B naught is equal to A we are getting. Therefore, it is not equal to a null set. So since it is not equal to null set, A and B are not mutually exclusive. So the given statement is false. Next, the sixth part, that is A dash, B dash and C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. Mutually exclusive and exhaustive means there should not be any common element, and when you take the union of these three sets, we should get the sample space. As before, let's write down the same S, A, B and C for explanation purpose. Here A dash, first of all A dash we have to check means not A. A is having first element even, means A dash means we have to remove this first element even numbers from here. Means first element odd numbers will be coming, that is 1 1, 1 2, 2 1 6, 3 1 to 3 6, 5 1 to 5 6. Next is B dash. We have done this one in previous questions also. B dash in the sense B is having first element odd. So when you remove first element odd ones from sample space, we will get first element even ones. That is 2 1 to 2 6, 4 1 to 4 6, 6 1 to 6 6. Next is C. C is as you the same thing we can write, that is 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4, 2 1 2 2 2 3, 3 1 3 2 4 1. This one we have done in the previous question. So A dash, B dash and C are there. We have to check whether these three are mutually exclusive. So A dash intersection B dash means these two first pairwise we can take A dash intersection B dash, nothing will be common, it is null set. Then B dash and C. B dash and C, when you check, there is 2 1, 2 2, 2 3, 4 1 are common in B dash and C. Here you can see first element is even 1 2 1, 2 2, 2 3 and 4 1 common element. Since B dash intersection C is not a null set, B dash and C are not mutually exclusive. So here A dash, B dash and C are mutually exclusive and exhaustive. That is what the statement. So first part itself we are not getting true. So we can say A dash, B dash and C are not mutually exclusive and exhaustive. So the given statement is a false statement. Dear students, today we have completed the remaining problems from the exercise 16.2 and also completed the chapter probability. I request all the students to go through the entire problems which is discussed in the class, and if you have any doubt, please note it and keep. We will discuss it during the discussion session. Thank you for watching.